What's up? It's Marco, Sage Soccer, and Argentina are through. They ended up beating Australia in a really tight game, a lot closer than I think anybody expected. But they ended up doing the job, going through. Australia, they put up a great fight, but it wasn't enough in the end. But Argentina, pretty good game from them in the first half, and then really up until Australia's goal, they really controlled the game, had the most of the possession. Didn't really look like allowing any chance, and even the goal that Australia did score was a bit of a fluky deflection. And towards the end of the game, they were kind of desperate with their defending, but came out pretty good. Aside from that one amazing run that Australia had, good job defensively. And looking ahead to that game against the Netherlands, there it's going to be a really good matchup. Messi, he's looking really good. He got himself his goal today, and Alvarez capitalized off of Matt Ryan choke job. Matt Ryan choke job. Sorry, Atlanta fans. And anyway, Argentina, I think they look pretty good heading into the next round. Di Maria, I feel like was missed a little bit today. He's not like as good as he once was, but he still has that little bit of it factor that I think can really provide a lot more than a Gomez did today. And I think he can really help out this team. But aside from that, I'm really liking that midfield of DePaul, Fernandez, like especially since Fernandez came in, he's been looking a lot better. And Argentina's been looking a lot better too. Alvarez has been doing a great job since he got into the team. Martinez hasn't been looking that good off the bench, which has to be a bit of a concern. But if the goals keep coming from Alvarez and Messi, like you'll take that. Like it seems like things are going pretty well for Argentina. They're in good shape. For Australia, like it's a tough loss to take, especially you're really close towards the end. But this is an Australia team that overachieved throughout the entire tournament. I don't think I expected them to beat Tunisia, let alone advance from the group and give Argentina a game. Like, it's really just everybody overperformed. The defense stepped up. Matt Ryan, he made that mistake today, but he's been good throughout the tournament. Like, Australia, they've been producing some good goalkeepers. Schwarzer, the former Liverpool man, I can't remember his name right now. And, Matty Ryan, he's another one of them. And I think things are looking positive. This team, it doesn't have like a whole bunch of talent in it right now. Like, I think if this was another 32 team World Cup, they'd have trouble qualifying for 2026. But with it being upgraded to 48, they should be fine. And honestly, like, I think this is more just a thing for the future for Australia. I've talked about this a bit before, and last time I talked about them, but the success that this team had, I have to see that inspiring a ton of players in Australia. And I feel like they will capitalize off of this momentum. We might not see the results of it for maybe even 10 years, but I think that this team will be remembered and they'll be doing great things for Australia. Argentina, looking ahead to that game against Holland in the quarterfinals, that's going to be a really good matchup. You've got a strong defense for the Netherlands, one that's going to be really tough to break down. We had one fluky Haji Wright goal for today for the U.S., and Ecuador got the better of them. Ecuador getting the better of them, that's got to be a blueprint that Argentina looks for, because they were really looking better than the Netherlands that game. But I think the Netherlands are finally at the point where they're comfortable, because this is a Louis van Gaal team that I think they are at their best when they can sit, absorb pressure, and hit the opponents on the counter. And now that they're at a point where they're probably the less talented team, I think they're going to be more comfortable, ready to have that counterattacking strategy, and ready to really go at opponents. I think it's going to be a really interesting game. Argentina are going to have to come away with some type of moment of madness to get magic to get past that defense. Van Dijk, Ake, Timber, they've been doing really well. Blind and Dumfries had their best game of the tournament today. And looking ahead to that, like, it's going to be a tough one. Hopefully Di Maria will be back. Then you have Fernandez, Alvarez, DePaul. Like, things are looking... It's going to be a really fun matchup. We have to see the lineup that the Netherlands ends up going with. They still haven't really settled on their midfield. You have De Jong, but aside from that, like Koopmeiners, De Roon, Klaassen. Don't know who that'll be. Maybe you have Gakpo as a 10, and you put Depay and Bergwijn further forward. Like, it's all up in the air for that attack for the Netherlands. And, it's going to be a really fun battle. Right now, I still think Argentina's the favorite. I think their defense has finally been coming together. Maybe they end up sticking with that back three they were experimenting with towards the end. But it's still going to be a really fun matchup. I'm thinking that there's a decent chance it goes to penalties, and if it does, I think Noppard is a really good goalkeeper for the Netherlands in that shootout. Though Martinez has done very well for Argentina in the past as well. Like, it's a very interesting matchup. I could see it going both ways. Right now, I got to lean towards Argentina. I think they're on a really good run. I'm really hoping they can play Brazil in the semifinals. That's a game I've been looking forward to for a while. But Netherlands, they've got a great team. I'd love to see them win as well. Like, man, like I know Australia, they had like a really good run, but it's fun to get to the point where we've got these amazing matchups between just powerhouse teams, world class players on every side of the ball. Like, man, it's going to be a really fun game to watch. Australia, they put up a great fight, went down swinging for sure, and Argentina looking like they're going to be a really good team. They're a threat to win the tournament. That game against the Netherlands is going to be fun. And yeah, that's all I'll talk about. Really good games, and yeah, see you.